My name is Morgan Montague. I am a senior solutions consultant, and this is the people behind C3. Here at C3, we have a very dynamic sales environment. We are constantly adapting to the new rules and regulations that come out from the federal government regarding various forms of compliance, whether that be NIST or CMMC. And so here we need to stay on our toes. We need to be ready to tackle the issues that our clients are facing. So in our industry, we've seen a lot of changes over the past couple of years when it comes to compliance, and the regulations haven't changed a lot, but the timing certainly has. So we've seen a bit of a mad dash to get compliant at this point in time. Everyone is picking up the phone and deciding to do something at this point. And if you haven't, you're at the point where you will probably be behind. Within the industry, I hope to see a change in the belief of CMMC. I know that people are not always on board and are not ready to spend that money, but I am hoping that they realize how important it is that they are abiding by this for national security as a whole. The one thing that I would call out as you are getting started is make sure that you've got a plan in place. I see a lot of folks that jump into this and just start buying different softwares to try and piecemeal a solution. And here at C3, we have a solution that is purpose-built and ready to get you from point A to B when it comes to your compliance. So don't be those people that are just buying up everything because you saw it on LinkedIn and you saw it on Google and it looks like it'll get you what you need. That is the fastest way to spend a lot more money than you need to. So enter this space with a plan, make sure that you know what you need to do, and contact a provider that can help you get to where you need to be. We're happy to get on the phone, introduce you to CMMC if you're at that beginner level, and make sure that you know what you need to do and how you need to do it.
To learn more about C3 and how we can help you with your compliance needs, visit c3isit.com.